Hello, I'm Danny Burke. This is a series that we haven't done many videos on, but the previous two parts we did were very popular. A lot of you guys may have been asking, why haven't we made this video sooner? It's definitely not because I was too scared. Definitely wasn't that. That would be ridiculous. Alright guys, I hope you're feeling very brave. Join me now for the top 10 scariest places you shouldn't visit, part 3. Starting off at number 10, we have Helltown. A very fitting one for us to start off with, I think. Helltown is an abandoned village in Ohio. In the 1970s, the residents of Helltown were pressured to move out by the government, who wanted to make the area into a local park. They left creepy signs and messages for those who would later find their abandoned homes. Now, there are many myths that surround Helltown, such as the church was built by Satanists and has upside down crosses, is said to be an abandoned haunted school bus, and even a monstrous mutant snake created by a chemical spill called the Peninsula Python. The whole place sounds like a great setting for a horror movie, but I think I'll skip on my visit to Helltown. Moving on to number 9 now, we have Kryziu, Kalnas, otherwise known as the Hill of Crosses. For almost 200 years, Lithuanians have been bringing crosses, statues and carvings to lay at the Hill of Crosses. It's said to be a place to remember the dead and memorialize them. It's a nice thought, but many people find it creepy just how many crosses there are along that walkway. The Soviet Union tried to bulldoze the whole place 3 times, but the crosses just kept coming back, now numbering over 10,000. Next up at number 8 now, we have the Akodessewa Fetish Market in Togo. This is a genuine voodoo market. If you've ever wanted to dabble in the dark arts of voodoo or black magic, then firstly, please don't, but otherwise, this is the place to go. There are markets here selling monkey heads, skulls, dead birds, crocodiles, skins, and just about every part of a dead animal you can imagine. All the stuff that's needed for some sort of voodoo spell. Like I said, voodoo practitioners would love this place, but for the rest of us, it's probably somewhere to avoid. Coming in at number 7 now, we have the Cecil Hotel. This hotel in LA was famous for being the site of many mysterious murders, shocking suicides, and creepy cult killings. In 2013, the hotel was trying to recover from its creepy reputation, and then this happened. Canadian tourist Elisa Lam disappeared while staying there. All police had to go on was these creepy CCTV images of her appearing to run into the elevator away from some unknown being. She was later found dead in a sealed water tank on the roof after guests were complaining that the tap water had turned black. I wouldn't sleep there if you paid me. Moving on to number 6, we have Riddle House. From the outside, you guys wouldn't know that this building has a very creepy past. Riddle House in Florida was originally a Victorian funeral parlor. Countless dead people were prepared for burial here, giving it a very deathly vibe even to this day. This is all made worse by the fact that the owner of the house, Carl Riddle, had a former employee called Joseph who hung himself in the attic. It's said that his ghost now attacks men who enter the attic. Apparently women are fine, but after you've heard about this place, I doubt anyone would want to go. Next up at number 5, we have Bell Witch Cave. This cave is said to belong to the Bell Witch. Go there at her wrath. The story goes that a woman called Kate was cheated out of a land purchase by John Bell. When she died, she swore she would haunt him and all his descendants. Over the next 3 years, she tormented the family from her cave, visiting their house at night to scratch, pinch, and attack them. People who visited the cave to investigate swear they've experienced similar things happen to them. The cave is said to be cursed, and even accidentally leaving with a grain of sand could spell death for you. Moving on to number 4, we have Stull Cemetery. Located in Kansas, this cemetery has become famous for supposedly being one of the 7 gateways to hell. Yes, in fact, it's said that the devil himself holds court there. Visitors there can't seem to shake a sickening feeling when they arrive, and at night, you sometimes can't even visit because of police patrols. One video I found even showed the ground on fire for literally no reason that I could see, kind of adding to the whole hell vibe. Some people even said Pope John Paul II even diverted his plane from flying over the area. Perhaps he knew something we don't. Next up at number 3, we have the Byberry Mental Asylum. You guys know how mental asylums are depicted in the movies, right? Well, I think they're all based on Byberry, which was a real one. This Philadelphia State Hospital is now famous for how it treated its mentally ill patients over 100 years ago. By 1960, it was bursting with sick people and criminals who were abused and tormented, which led to its closing in 1990. For years it was abandoned, visited only by ghost hunters who would hope to meet the tormented souls who were victims of that place. The government even demolished it, but many people say the whole feel of the area can never be removed. Coming in at number 2 now, we have Death Road. You can't expect candy from a place called Death Road. This 7-mile stretch of road in New Jersey is said to be extremely haunted. It runs past Ghost Lake, which people swear has a deathly glow no matter if it's day or night, especially in the old cabin that lies over the lake. There's also an abandoned stable that is often shrouded in fog, with people reportedly seeing apparitions even in clear weather. On top of all that, there's also the legend of a Native American spirit guide who takes the shape of a deer and appears at various points along the road. Oh, and there's also the fact that hundreds of Polaroid photos were found in the woods there in the 90s showing the blurred image of a woman in distress. Those also mysteriously disappeared. I honestly don't know what's going on in that area, but I'm not going to pop by for a visit. And finally now at number 1, we have the Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum. This museum is built in a former torture base used by the Khmer Rouge during the genocide that they committed. Visitors can walk around the rooms, which contain pictures of the horrific torture and killings that went on there, leading to the death of an estimated 17,000 people. In fact, only 12 people survived. It's said to be one of the most chilling places on the planet, and many people say they leave it a different person to when they arrived. Obviously it's good to learn about the history and the victims of all this, but I doubt any of us will be able to stomach the true horrors of a place like this. Well, a video like this was never going to end on a happy note, was it? I'm sure you guys knew that though. Would you guys like a part 4? Because if you do, then I promise it won't be a 6-month long gap like the last time. I'm a lot braver now, I think. My name is Danny Burke. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you all in the next video.